Alright, what is good YouTube? It is Josh and we are back with another video today. Today we are going to be going over the basics of life insurance and basically explaining how life insurance works and how it can help you or your family members build generational wealth. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. I'll give you guys a couple seconds to do that. Alright, that should be enough time. Let's get started. Alright, so we have two basic forms of life insurance. First, on the left, we have term life insurance. On the right, we have whole life insurance. Term life insurance is going to be for a specific term, just like how it sounds. Alright, so for term insurance, we have 10-year policies, 20-year policies, and 30-year policies. Alright, so for our whole life policies are basically exactly how they sound. They're for your whole life, so the policies last forever. Alright, and hopefully you guys can read my handwriting. It might be a little bit sloppy. But some of the pros for term life insurance is, and this is definitely probably the biggest one, is how inexpensive it is. And typically you can get a larger benefit versus whole life. For term life insurance for anyone between 20 to 30 years old, for $1 million policy, you could basically get that for $70 a month, which is a great price for that amount of time. Now, some of the cons is for a specific amount of time. So, let's say you get a 10-year policy. After 10 years, that policy is done, and you have to pay for another one. Another con is it's not flexible. And we'll get into a little bit more about what the word flexible means in terms of life insurance. And then another con is it's no cash value. So now what your no cash value is going to mean is it's not building anything while you're putting money into the policy. Alright, so for whole life, we have a couple pros and cons. For some of the pros, obviously like I was stating before, those policies stay with you forever. Another pro is the policy does build cash value. So basically what that means is the longer you have the policy and the more money that you put into it, your money is actually working for you. And now basically you are receiving a return on that money because it's essentially invested. So you do make a little money back as well. Another pro is the death benefit grows. So let's say you start out with a $100,000 whole life policy. At some point, let's say 20 years down the road, that $100,000 could now be $120,000, $130,000. And then the last thing, the flexibility, which I was explaining on the term side. Basically what the flexibility means is with whole life policies, you actually have the ability to not pay some months if you wish to, because basically some of those premiums can be paid by the cash value. And for specific whole life policies, even after 20 years, you could stop paying on it and you still have that life policy forever. Now, some of the cons. Obviously, like I stated before, the premium or the price, whole life policies are typically more expensive versus term policies. They actually average about 30 to 40% more expensive, I believe the percentage is. So it's definitely more expensive than your term policy. And then another con is, even though it does build cash value, just being as transparent as possible with you, the return that you're receiving on those investments are not very high at all. In the state of Florida, for our whole life, the guaranteed rate of return is around 2%. So you're just averaging a little bit more than a savings account, basically. And that is everything. Let me know if you would like me to go over some more advanced topics for life insurance. I could go into some more different policies if you would like. Also, don't forget to comment. Let me know if you learned anything. It really feels great to know that somebody else learned something and that I'm actually teaching people something. And yeah, thank you guys, and hopefully you guys learned something today. Oh, and actually, thank you guys for joining, and hopefully you guys learned something today. And if you guys are looking for life insurance, I do sell life insurance. I've been selling life insurance for the past 2 years. I currently work for State Farm. We're one of the largest life insurers in the U.S. And if you guys do need life insurance, I'll leave my information in the comments section down below. And you guys reach out to me. I could definitely help you guys out, get some life insurance policies set up for yourself, and start building that generational wealth.